for today. I'd like to see you all here. It was a great day. It will be a great evening. Today we have special guests from our Grammarian club, and we will know about something interesting today. So I will see someone new today, so maybe it's okay if I will not say a few words about Toastmasters. You remember that this is a huge community all over the world, and we are part of this, and we are here every 2 weeks, and we are here to be together, to have fun, to improve our public speaking skills, and to have a good mood. So, I would like to invite to the stage our Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Alina. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters. Yes, she saved our microphone. This is a huge challenge, but she made it. Thank you. All right. And you was perfect because you need to be closer because they said they didn't hear you. I can come closer to the microphone, but you will need space over here. I will explain it later. Okay, so I welcome every one of you and everyone online. Thank you for coming and joining us today on this Toastbusters Club meeting. And our theme of today's meeting is AcroYoga. There is a proverb: a picture is worth 1,000 words. And instead of using flip charts or some kind of slideshows, I decided to ask my AcroYoga partner to come here tonight in order for you to see what AcroYoga is all about. Please welcome on stage Alexandra Asadi. So AcroYoga is a fun and safe way to interact, to cooperate, and to build a trust with strange people. Sounds good, right? And believe me, in order to do that, communication is a huge part of AcroYoga. Yes, communication, the art of communication that we master here in Toastmasters. And just as you deliver a speech right here in Toastmasters, AcroYoga also consists of 3 main parts. Opening. It's the first move. You start to cooperate with the partner or with the audience. Then there is the body. The main story that you will tell in the audience. What AcroYoga is all about. It is a fusion of acrobatics, of yoga, and of healing arts. And of course, there is a balance. Balance between what you want to say, to tell your audience, and how much time you have. Right now, you can see the interaction with 2 people. That is just like in every conversation, it can be just 2 people, or 3 people, or 4, or even more. It just depends on what you want. Just like as you were a kid. Yeah, exactly. And of course, there is a conclusion. This part in AcroYoga, most often we have a small music session at the sides, but not today, of course. It's really important to express gratitude to your partner. So thank you so much for joining us for this small session of AcroYoga. I would like and if you would like to make your first step in AcroYoga today, I would like to ask you and join me and Alexander just before the break begins. But in order for us to know when is the break, we will have to make sure that our expert of the time, Vladimir Sechenko, he will show us and let us know when he will tell us about his role a little bit later, or just right now. You may come on stage and tell us about it.
Good evening. I'm Paulina. Today I'm the design master. Look at the program. There are times links for speech, speakers which prepared speeches. Look at me, please. 1 minute before they on the speech, I will give a yellow signal. If the light is the time limit in existence, I will give a red signal. Speakers on the improvisation session, after 1.5 minutes of your speech, I will give a yellow signal. After 2 minutes, I will show a red signal. Dear reviewer, after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show a yellow signal. After 3 minutes, a red signal. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Vladimir. So we will take a close attention to the signs that Vladimir will show us during our meeting. And as you could see from our little demonstration, AcroYoga is not possible without rules. And I think rules are everywhere, especially in our language and in our daily life. We can't go without them. And in order for us to make it right, to follow all the rules, I introduce Grammarian of the day, Miles Flake, all the way from Canada.
Thank you, Alina. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Alina. And I'm really happy to now hear you clearly. It was very scratchy a minute ago, but now it sounds to be that everything's working better. So my role is grammarian and word master. Now, I don't speak Russian, and I only speak a little French and just a little bit of German. English, you guys are awesome for trying to learn English, because it even confuses me at times. I don't know if Russian has so many different challenges with even one word, such as the word of the day, challenge. This actually has about 4 different meanings in English. Now, what I'd like you to do is use the word challenge throughout the session today as many times as you can. I'll try to keep track and see who uses it the most. But the word challenge is both a noun, which means it can be the name of something. So for example, you could say AcroYoga is a challenge. So it's a noun. You could say, this is a challenge for me. And the word challenge is substituting AcroYoga. But it's also AcroYoga is challenging, is a challenge as a verb. So I could actually say that I'm inviting you to AcroYoga. I'm presenting it to you. It's an invitation to a contest. I challenge you to try AcroYoga. Or it's also a noun as a contest or even an objection, such as I challenge the president of Toastmasters on something about the meeting. Okay, so those are different uses of it. And I'll also have an ear open for any other interesting uses of the English language. Back to you, Alina.
Thank you, Miles. Thank you so much. I think it's a great word of the day, and I may say challenge accepted. Thank you. Yes, AcroYoga, of course, can be challenging. It depends on your physiques, on many things. But you know what? As you can see, I'm not a tiny woman, right? And still I do AcroYoga. Of course, my partner, he is strong enough, but I do practice AcroYoga with many other partners, men and women. It doesn't matter how old you are, and it doesn't matter how big or small you are. You can do it. You can challenge yourself. And it's really fun. You should try it. I bet you have a lot of questions in the end of this meeting, probably. If you have some, I'm here to answer them. But also, I challenge you to answer questions of our quiz master of the day, Anna Alexeyeva. Who wants to be a quiz master? I challenge you to take this role right here, right now. Do you want to try?
For today, so.
All right.
Okay, I have a role, but I can. No.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You'll take it. Challenge accepted, ladies and gentlemen. Alessandro, yeah, if you could just say a couple of words about your role tonight as a quiz master.
Well, I don't think I know more than you actually.
Why don't you take this role?
Yeah, go ahead, take the role. So I'm free.
You're still here, Alessandro. Martino?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. That makes sense.
So Martino, the
Okay,
role is yours.
I mean, I'm not prepared for the role, but basically I will try to pick something from what you say, and so pay attention or to all the speeches or what's going on the stage tonight, and I will ask questions, and you will get some nice prize, right? Or what we get tonight. No, you will get something for sure. We don't know if it's gonna be material or material, but you know, have fun and pay attention. That's the most important thing.
Thank you, Martino. Thank you. Applaud. As you can see, unexpected things could happen everywhere and anytime. And we should be prepared, or improvise. But the improvisation session will be after our break. And before the break, we have a session of prepared speeches. And we will start with Olga Latanova. It will be her second level. And the purpose of her project is to identify her preferred leadership style. So please welcome Olga Latanova on stage with her speech, Leading is Being Yourself and much more.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. Today, actually, before I start, while Alina is starting my presentation, I must say that I also have a challenge today because my presentation has some video pieces which I wanted to demonstrate, and I think they are really important to deliver my message. But I came too late and I didn't prepare, and we were not able to check how the video works. So I just invented this solution. I will have my laptop. I will start the video on the laptop through the microphone and hopefully. All right. So my message is that this is a challenge and I take it, and Miles, please note it somewhere. So yeah, I think, should I start?
You take care.
So let's start. Leading is being yourself and much more. Okay. So James Hume is the presidential speech writer, and he said, I found this quote on Toastbusters website: "The art of communication is the language of leadership." I came to Toastmasters to progress as a leader, and indeed, public speaking is really linked to the leadership. So with this project, I aim to answer two questions. First, what are the major leadership styles that exist, and what is my prevailing leadership style? And second question is, why should we care about other leadership styles? How it can benefit us as leaders? There are multiple research on different leadership styles, but I believe the best way to grasp all the different leadership styles is to see the leaders in action. For you today, I collected 3 examples from Hollywood movies where successful leaders demonstrate how they act. And here, Alina will help me to start with the first example. So you will see the video. You will see the video here. The first example is the authoritative style from the movie Devil Wears Prada. Just say a few words and then tell you when to switch it on. So Miranda Priestley is the editor-in-chief of a high fashion magazine. She's very directive, demanding, sometimes disrespectful, and she takes decisions on her own. She's a real workaholic, and she strives for perfectionism, and that's why she's so brilliant in fashion industry. Though it's not easy to work with her, but all employees dream to become part of her team, because her main capacity is to make other people work at their best. So let's see in action.
I need 10 or 15 skirts from Calvin Klein.
Okay, what kind of skirts do you need?
Please bore someone else with your questions.
Oh, we thought about shooting with that.
I need 10 or 15 skirts from Calvin Klein.
Okay, what kind of skirts do you use?
Please bore someone else with your questions.
But we thought about shooting them in an industrial space. We thought the contrast between the femininity of the florals and the more raw Russian background would create this wonderful tension with
No.
You want the unpublished manuscript?
Well, we know everyone in publishing. It shouldn't be a problem, should it? And you can do anything, right? Everyone in publishing. It shouldn't be a problem, should it? And you can do anything, right?
Don't go far, there will be 2 more examples. So I love this example. So let's move on to the second example of pace setting style from the movie Gladiator. Maximus is the former general in Roman Empire who became a slave, and he wants a revenge. So this scene is from the battle on the Colosseum, where he demonstrated prescriptive and inspirational style, showing commitment and all the capacities he became an informal leader for other gladiators, not through imposing power on them, but through demonstrating respect and trust. So maybe we try to synchronize and it can help. 1, 2, 3. 1.
Anyone here been in the army? Yes. I served with you at Vindavana. You can help me. Whatever comes out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay, we'll do
We stay together, we survive.
He's saying anyone who appears from the gate, we need to follow the rules, we need to be together, and that's how we survive. So this is my translation, unfortunately. So when you listen to him, you want to follow him automatically. So he's so credible. He sounds very credible. The third example is the coaching style. And the movie is called Up in the Air. The hero or the character of George Clooney, he's a firing agent. So he fires people on behalf of other companies. And this young lady, she puts at risk his job because she invented a new way to fire people through video conference. So in 2009, it sounded like crazy. Not now it doesn't sound crazy, right? So what is coaching style about? Coaching is about unlocking the potential of other people. It is demonstrated through active listening, providing feedback, powerful questions, and developing the other person. So in this scene, I think I can skip it because we can't hear it, but they are discussing the mission of their job. And she, Natalie, she's explaining it in a very technical way. And Clooney, who has he's much experienced in it, he's talking, asking these questions and trying to make her understand what's the real, what's behind the job they're doing. So coaching style is something which I really, which I scored the most, like one of the most when I took the test on Toastbusters website. And whereas the other 2 examples, space setting and authoritative style, I scored less. So I put the cloud here in this camel, which sort of describe what is my style about. And I'm sharing it with you. So my style is about creating positive atmosphere, consensus atmosphere, and trying to help individuals perform at their best. This style is very efficient in crisis situations and in situations where the team effort is really important. So leadership style is something which is very natural and it's hard to change it. So why should we care about other leadership styles? And I give you 2 reasons why you should care. So first of all, it helps you build relationship with others. If you know what are their motives, what are their behaviors, what is the way how they impact and influence other people, it can help you to predict their behaviors and build a more efficient relationship. And second, as you grow as a leader, you should be able to adapt your leadership to different situations, because in some situations your leadership style might be not effective and you will lose opportunities. So as you grow, you having this knowledge, you may consciously apply certain behaviors and achieve better outcomes. So I write to the conclusion, which echoes with the name of the speech. So if you want to be a true leader, you should be able to go beyond your leadership style, but you will excel only by being faithful to yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Olga, for your amazing speech. And I challenge every speaker who is here tonight, who is here tonight, who is on stage, please come closer to the microphone in order for our online audience to hear your every single word. Thank you. And I would like to maybe introduce more Alexander to the audience, because when I first met him, he is an AcroYoga instructor, and I think his leadership style is coaching. I think because he is a coach, actually, instructor, coach is practically the same thing. But I'm not sure yet, because I haven't took this level, I haven't heard or read about different styles of leadership, but I know for sure that from the time I met Alexander and I started to practice AcroYoga, the wind of change came into my life. And right now, I would like to welcome on stage Paulina Chilnakova with her awesome and very exciting speech, Wind of Change. And the purpose of her project is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. Welcome, Paulina. Thank you. Hello, dear Toastmasters. I'm very glad to see you all today. So I was thinking for a long time what my short speech would be about. The other day, as I usually work or study with music in my ears, I was listening to a huge playlist consisting of more than 1,000 songs played in random order. Usually it's just the background and I don't really pay attention to the song, to the music, to the lyrics, but suddenly a famous song by famous group Scorpions, Wind of Change, sounded in my headphones. And this composition became my inspiration. I'm sure that the majority of you know this song. Am I right? Yes. Yes. That's a good song, yeah. Okay, have you ever experienced that feeling when you maybe hear a really old song, maybe on the radio or in the mall, and you listen to it as for the first time with such a huge pleasure? You know the song very, very well and even remember the words, but it seems like it has opened new meanings for you. That was happening to me when I was listening to this composition. So I added this song to my playlist when I was 13 years old, when I registered in the social network called Contact. It was one of the first songs that I added to my playlist. As a teenager, it was really embarrassing for me, and it was a shame for me that I was listening music from the last century. By the way, as you know, it's still one of the greatest compositions in the rock genre, and it's still a classic of the rock genre. Scorpions, I think they are still really very popular all over the world, but it was really shameless for me at that time. So what I want to say, sorry. So yeah, in general, I didn't really share my musical preferences with my peers, with my school friends. I didn't really, I was 13 years old, so I didn't really understand all the foreign words in this song. So I just simply associated this song with working on the Spring City, especially in the Gorky Park, which, by the way, is mentioned in this composition. I followed the Moskva down to Gorky Park. I associated the song with warm wind and careless childhood. There is a wonderful line in this composition: "Take me to the magic of the moment of a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away to the wind of change." And I imagined myself as one of those kids, dreamy and excited. Now I know English pretty well to understand all over the words of this song and to understand the meaning of this composition. I was wondering what this composition was dedicated to when it was written in the last century. So now some information from the history. Just a couple of months after this song was released in Germany, the Berlin Wall in the center of Berlin capital, of German capital in Berlin, it was demolished. In the summer of 1990, the Scorpions performed this song at the place where it was located. So this song became a sign of German reunification. The next year, the Soviet Union stopped to exist. And since that time, the wind of change has been a symbol of the collapse of the socialist camp in Eastern Europe, the end of the Cold War, and perestroika. The world was changing really rapidly, and the new century was coming. It was very close. So I'm sure that the creators of this composition, the famous Scorpions, they were trying to persuade all people from different countries, from different nations, to live together in peace and friendship and in harmony, hoping for the best changes in the world. I think that this composition is more relevant now than ever before, when again people of all over the world are waiting for this wind of change while struggling with wars and spreading the coronavirus infections and all of other hard stuff. It's really relevant now. What new meanings has opened for me now? Why it's really touching my heart. As a teenager, I didn't think a lot about any changes in my life, and I was living according to the boring schedule. I woke up every morning, went to school, then came back home, did my homework. After that, a couple of years after that, I went to the university and did the same things. So I wasn't able to take any responsibilities, or the faithful and meaningful decisions were taken by my parents. But now it's really different. Over the last 2 years, more changes than even before in my predictable life happened to me. New job and membership in this wonderful club, and as a consequence, new friends and new relationships. So I understood that I really like to challenge myself. I really like to change my life in a better way, and I like changing. I'm feeling this wind of change now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paulina. I'm sure as long as Paulina said scorpions or the wind of change, we right away knew what she's talking about, right? Why? Because of the name. The name of the group, the name of the song. Every communication starts with the name. So when you first interact with a person, you ask him or her, what's your name, right? But in AcroYoga, the first question you ask, do you want to fly? Aw, this is so cute. And you may know the name of the partner you are working with in the end, just to know her or his name. But we for sure know the name of our amazing speaker, our next speaker, amazing Ana Gonzalez with her speech. My name is Anna, and her purpose of the project is to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. Please welcome Anna on stage. Yes, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. There you go. She's ready to come over, and please clap your hands. Like put your hands together in order to welcome her one more time. There you go. She's here.
Thank you for having me here. This is going to be a long one, so I need to keep my notes. Hi, everybody. So I was born in Lima, Peru, some years ago. I won't tell how many, but some years ago, unfortunately. So when I was born, I have my two brothers and my cousin who is an orphan. So from a very young age, so we lived together like sisters through our whole life. We're still actually together. So we will say that we were 4 people in my house, plus my mother and my father. During those times in Peru, maybe, I don't know if you're aware, maybe some of you are, we were facing a crisis, a contra crisis due to terrorism. There were bombs everywhere, bombing buildings, people were dying. Those were difficult times. I was a baby, I was not aware of that. But I remember that when I was 6 years old, my mother took me to see one of the TV station's buildings and how it was destroyed by one of the bombs that the terrorists threw at the building. So in the midst of all this struggle, let's say, my father, of course, due to the situation, couldn't study anymore. He was pursuing an engineering degree in one of the best universities in Peru, which happened to be free, which was very good because we had no money. So in Peru, to go to a good state university, you have to be very smart because it's very difficult. Most people are poor in Peru, mostly outside the capital. So my father had to stop. He couldn't. We were 4 at the time, no, 3, actually kind of 4. He couldn't, so he started working as a taxi driver. My mother, she was a secretary, and then once we were born, she became a homemaker. But during this crisis, she couldn't stay home. She needed to do something to give us food and, you know, the basics resources. So she went to the street markets and she worked selling t-shirts there. So I don't remember all this stuff. I remember the stories that they told me, and I never thought anything of it. I thought that was normal, you know, because that was my life. So throughout these ups and downs, I got many learnings from my parents, and I would like to walk through some of them. The first one was something that my mom always said, and even until now, she always said, and now I said, and now I said it to you. There is always going to be someone who is higher than you, doing better than you. And there's always going to be somebody else who is doing worse than you. So don't compare yourself to the one who is up there. And don't compare yourself to the one who is down there. You don't know what's going on there. Like my family, we used to be up, but now we were down, for that, down. So, and this learning taught me a lot. It made me think that, yeah, we're just people after all, right? So I remember that my mother's a very resourceful person, very resourceful. So she would always come up with ideas because we were 4 people, all of us were very strong people, opinionated. So it was very hard to handle 4 kids around the same age. So we always have any type of competition. I remember that when I was maybe 7 years old, I don't remember, but I was very young. We didn't have water in the houses in my neighborhood. We didn't have water. We didn't have like bathrooms that work, you know. We had a different system. We had them later. When I was growing up, I was able to see how that was being installed. So we didn't have those things. You know, we were losing the electricity from time to time. So we will go days without electricity due to the bombs sometimes, or due to simply that we just didn't have good electricity in the area. So we didn't have those things. So I remember that even then, I didn't think much of it. We had to go carrying these buckets of, you know, of water with my brothers. We needed to walk through our neighborhood to the corner where we had like a big water dispenser, like you have to pull. It was not a well, it was kind of like a well, I suppose. So we would have to get that water to go back home so we can cook, so we can take showers. So although it seemed like it was difficult, of course it was, maybe I didn't notice. My brothers and I, we will always see things half full, which was the second learning that my mother taught me. Let's see the positive in what we have. What we have, you cannot deny it, right? This is what you have, it's who you are right now. Who you are right now, you cannot change, but who you will be, that's up to you. That you cannot blame it on the circumstances. So I remember my brothers and I, we used to have this competition called, I like to create many games for my family and me and us. So this was spin the bucket. So basically the bucket, sorry, spin the bucket. So basically we will walk with my brothers before we go to get the water, or after we pour the water in our tanks inside the house. I remember we will get it together with all my brothers. We were 4, right? So we will hold the buckets and the buckets on our hands, and we will spin until you get dizzy, you know, because of the buckets. It becomes very fast, you know, and you really lose yourself at some point. Whoever dropped the buckets or fell on the floor first was going to lose. We were very competitive. We were going around with the buckets all the time, and I was losing most of the time because, you know, I don't know, but I was very competitive. I didn't want it to lose, so I was practicing in secret so I could control my head and not lose the next time. So we had many games like this. It was very funny. I really liked that game. Was actually good. You really got very dizzy. Another one of the games that we had at home is that my mother would put in place a lot of competition among my brothers and I. You know, because we were kids, it was very hard to handle so many people. So I remember for Christmas, we didn't have a Christmas tree. You know, there was no like buying a Christmas tree or getting one. So what we will do, and for me now, it looks like it was a very nice experience, really. We will go to the, I don't know, to the gardens on the streets and find whatever branch you can find, the longest one. And then we will grab that, bring it home, and we will put it somewhere. And we will have this project. We will make our Christmas tree. So we will put it together, make it look like a tree, put some cotton around and these, you know, cotton balls around, so we will make it look wide like an actual tree with lights and everything. And then, because of course we didn't have any decorations, my mom would start a contest among my brothers and me, which was who makes the best decorations in the house. So, so really I was going into very deep. We will get into the Christmas spirit. We will compete for songs. Who knows more Christmas songs? We will compete for who can make the best pictures for our walls. You know, my brothers and I would all draw who would be the winner. My mom was the judge normally with my father, or she was the judge with my aunt when she was alive. And we will have this as a way of coping with the situation, with the circumstances, which for me, as I said, it was not really a circumstance, that was reality. And there was not all the circumstance in my head that what I was living. So I remember we didn't think about Santa. You know, now people kind of, especially in America, people like little kids, they make them think that there is something like Santa who brings the presents and stuff. Oh no, not in my house. In my house, we knew the presents came from my father who was working. He will actually, but he almost will write, this is coming from 2 extra shifts, from 2 more overwork from your father for you, so you can see how much I love you. So yeah, there was not really like, and we had this saying as well that we had like, you know, things are things. The most important thing is love. And actually now that I think about it, I think like, it's not really true. It's more like we are poor. So we just poor. So I mean, what else can you say, right? So yeah. So anyways, we overcome those things because the main motto of my family was knowledge is everything. There was criminality in Peru back then. I was already a teen. I remember that I wasn't able to wear small earrings, and I was afraid to wear long ears or especially hoops, because back then I was in high school already. Back then criminality started, meaning that if you are on the street with earrings that look a little bit like gold or they are just nice, people will come from the back and they will take them away, sometimes even cutting your own ears. So of course, I didn't wear earrings for a very long time. I was actually, which was good for my wallet, of course, but I didn't wear earrings for a very long time because I was afraid of that. There were many things, you know, like criminality, fights, even in the school. There were gangs and people who would hit each other and stuff. But my family always said, knowledge is going to take you wherever you want to go. So we managed to make my father finish his engineer career. And that really changed our outlook. So we went from this place to sending me to one of the best universities in my country to study law. When I was there, I noticed something. And I noticed something that I didn't see before, which was the difference of backgrounds among people. I had friends that looked like me. They were good looking. I think I'm good looking too. They were good looking. But then I realized they came from private schools. They travel. They spend expensive restaurants, have dinners. We didn't have dinners in restaurants. We will always eat at home. We will have our contest of the chef, who's the best chef in the house. And contest for everything really was fun though. So, but I didn't realize any of that. I was still thinking, yeah, we're just people. Everybody's the same. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. Who knows? When I got to know these people, I understood that they also had problems. And that they had problems, I don't know, divorce and stuff, whatever. My parents also got divorced during these struggles of the family, because it's hard. It's hard, I suppose, for couples to overcome that together and stay together. It was only when I managed to travel to the Netherlands when it hit me. I was back then, I mean, I finished my career as a lawyer and I decided to do marketing so I can live abroad and travel, because of course, it's not like I can travel without a job, right? So I needed to work and travel. So, and I wanted to do it, so I did. I find the knowledge again. It's all about knowledge, really. I got the knowledge online for free and I started working abroad, not for free, of course, and working marketing. When I was in the Netherlands, I was the country marketing director. And it was a very good experience. And then I realized something different. We had this exercise in one conference. We did a lot of leadership. And in this conference, we have this exercise of privilege, to make people of the Netherlands understand what kind of privilege do they have and what they can do with it, how they need to feel responsible for society and the less fortunate. I remember, and I'm sorry if I get emotional now, that was a tough pill to swallow. We had this exercise in which you start in one line, everybody's on the same line. There were many questions, and as you get the question and you answer is yes or no, you give one step or one step back. I got one of the lowest scores. I'm sorry. Only then I realized, and I remember I felt angry and resentful, and I felt not there, later. I thought, why? Why, God, why me? Why? What have I done to go through all these hoops to be here now? And why is life so easy for other people who maybe don't deserve it, who don't care, don't have, I'm sorry, can't go without, who maybe don't have the same knowledge I have? Why me? And I allowed myself to break. And that was maybe, that was some years ago as well, maybe 3 years ago, before I came to Russia to leave. I was broken for 3 months. I was sad, I was depressed, I was okay, and I was up again and good. And then I got tired of being sad. And then I thought, and I went back to what I thought before. And I thought, I remember the learnings, and yes, then the circumstances, then where you are born, or what are the places that you grew up. Well, lucky you if you have a chance to have a different upbringing. Treasure that. Understand that you're being privileged. And if you don't, understand also that even in the worst scenario, you can still do something. One of the things that I learned during this time is that my sense of purpose was very strong. And I understood that the struggles that I lived were the struggles that, yes, maybe it was unfair. I mean, I'm not going to say it was very unfair. Why? Why can't I be born in a rich house with a rich family? But maybe it was supposed to be like this. Who knows? But what I learned is that my sense of purpose was everything to me. And what is that? Is my will and my passion to be better every single time. I am extremely ambitious. I am extremely willing to learn and take as much as I can from any opportunity, including this one, Toastbusters. It's a good opportunity. And as you all see, I am doing the best I can to take everything I can from this experience. So, I didn't mean to get emotional, but you know, I can't help it. This sense of purpose is what made me understand that all the things that bring me here today, it's not just what's luck, it's a training to make me the strong person that I am right now. It's a training to make me even better qualified to understand other people who are coming from similar backgrounds, or to understand people who are coming from better backgrounds, but that also have their struggles. Not to minimize them, but to understand them. Because at the end, it's all about understanding others and not to feel higher or lower. During my time in the Netherlands, especially, I felt like I was inferior because they all were somehow lucky and I wasn't. I was lucky to be there, but I wasn't feeling lucky at the moment. But then I understood, and I had the courage to do it in a conference in the Netherlands. I was in Amsterdam back then. And I said, my hard work, myself, I have put myself in these privileged places, including this one right now. To be able to be here, it is for you probably normal. You may take it for granted, but many people will wish to be here and live in a country, in a city where you can be safe. That's not for everybody, unfortunately. So going back to the Netherlands, I learned that the sense of purpose is what keeps me awake and it what keeps me living and wanting more and more. I am very grateful to have all the opportunities that I have had so far. I have many opportunities, I have to say. I was able to be a lawyer in top law firms in Peru, thanks to my looks, which I managed to use in my favor, of course. I managed to go to the best restaurants in the city to be on the top of my game as a lawyer, just because I look good and I looked confident. All about attitude, as my grandmother used to say. It's all about attitude. If you feel low, you are low. If you feel sad, then you are sad. Well, I didn't feel sad. I felt happy all the time. So I was in the top places as a lawyer. I wanted to be an actress. I became an actress. I was going and competing in theater, and I was in TV as well for a little bit. And I was going to the best restaurant due to that experience because I was able to perform as an actress. Later, I decided that I wanted to be a marketer because I wanted to travel. I tried traveling by myself as a hippie, didn't work out. I like to work. I really like to work. I can't just travel for no reason, just for the sake of it, which I try because, you know, many people seem that it was good and fun. And then I was there and I realized that I was getting bored of being too relaxed. So I went back to work and I became a marketing person. And I traveled around Europe being a marketing person. When people in the Netherlands pay me, good money actually, not decent money, to be their teacher in marketing, when I learned that online for free, I thought it was hilarious. I thought, is this for real? People would approach me. I'm talking not random people. I'm talking people who were studying the bachelor's in marketing. They were approaching to me and telling me, oh, Anna, I know you are a specialist in marketing. I was laughing inside. Really? Am I a specialist now? I couldn't believe it. I do not believe anything I have achieved. I do not have, this is another story. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that I was able to bring myself here by understanding that first, we must be positive in life. It doesn't help if you see the glass half empty. What's going to change? Nothing, right? It's going to still be half empty or half full if you wish. It's going to be the same unless you want to get the most from that half glass. The second learning that I have from my mother and my family is the power of knowledge. Not only of knowledge, but the power of knowledge and attitude. If you are strong and you portray yourself as that, you will be that, exactly that. And people will see it. And people will treat you like that because they will think that you are, and you're not. So then comes the phrase, fake it till you make it. Oh, and I've been faking for a very long time. I can tell you all later. But that, at the end, I want to tell you that I struggled for some time with accepting myself, accepting the past, and embracing it. Now I can tell you, and I want to tell you, please look at yourself. Think for yourself at home. Close your eyes and think. What was that moment in which you thought, why am I here? Why am I going through this? Why me? Maybe a disease, maybe a problem with work, with partners. Who knows? I don't know what's going on inside of you guys, but I can tell you, and I want to tell you, look inside yourself, because that pain, it's gonna help you stronger.
and it's going to help you to be stronger, and it's going to make you to feel thankful for how you overcome or how you're trying to overcome that difficulty in your life. I want you to acknowledge yourself and understand who you are. Who you are, what is your name, where are you coming from? And I'm gonna tell you, my name is Anna. Thank you very much.
What a powerful speech. Thank you, Anna, very much for your emotions. It was touching. I know I'm not an evaluator, but I always, such emotional speeches touches my heart. So thank you for that. I hope you all saw and maybe noticed that although there were many things like criminality, terrorism, and other awful stuff going on in Peru, still, kids stay kids. They like to play, you know? They play with buckets, they decorated their Christmas trees, they played who knows better Christmas songs, and so on and so on. And we were all kids. We know what the playfulness is. But as we grow, we somehow lose it. And another thing I love about AcroYoga is that we find this playfulness one more time by connecting with people, interacting with them. And I challenge you right now to make your very first step into AcroYoga. Who is with me? Okay, who is with me? Come on, you guys. Who wants to try? I assure you, nobody will lie on the floor. you will just standing up. I'm sorry, guys, online guys. I haven't thought about you, but if you have an opportunity to find a partner right now, go and do it. Go and find just someone. You have some time. Go ahead. And while they are making their preparations, I will ask you, each of you, to find a partner right now. Come on, stand up, find your partner. Come on, if you don't have a partner, you come here on stage and play with me. If you don't have a partner, you can come on stage. But if you have an opportunity, please stand up and find someone. All right. All right. Come on. Don't be shy. Yeah, you can come on stage if you want. It will be fun. It's just we will need some space. So Alexander, come to me. So we will have a balance. I will guide you through, but in order for you to see us, how much space do you need? Something like that. If you will feel strong enough, you can try something like this. Yes, it will be fun. So you saw how much space do you need? So come find there you go. We have winners here. Oh yeah, we can do, as I told you, AcroYoga is not about just one partner. You can play with a group of people of 3, 4, and so on. There you go. How beautiful it is.
The club is turning into yoga club. I realize.
Another thing that you can do, for example, for you guys, I can sure, and you can try this, come closer together. And now, what you can do is to change your hands a little bit. Yes. And do the same thing. Find your balance. And then just release. We are in the balance. So I'm feeling that I'm losing my balance right now. Yes. Go straight your hands. And very accurately, we will release one hand. Ta-da! There you go. If you feel comfortable, you can play with your two hands. You even try it out. That's okay. We will чуть-чуть отойдемся назад. Находим таким образом свой баланс. Я балансирую тебя, ты меня не бойся, правильно? Сначала двумя, потому что так. Конечно, может, ты чуть-чуть назад одновременно. Вот, чувствуешь? У нас баланс. Потому что мы делаем баланс. Доверяем. What's the next level? Yes, you can do like in the dancing room, like that. Yay! And you can express the gratitude to your partner. Yes. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry for you guys, the online group of people, that I didn't warn you that you have to find a partner. But maybe next time we will organize something special just for you. So thank you very much for participating in this magic AcroYoga first step. You challenged yourself, and I think it was great. You did an awesome job. So expressing gratitude for you. And right now, as you saw, AcroYoga is, although it's all about rules, still we have some place to improvise, to make something on your own. And right now, we are going to start our improv session. And our table topic session master today is Olga Gvozdeva. Please welcome Olga on stage.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. And what a nice topic we have today. It's all about yoga. And I also would like to ask you, what other powerful tools do you know to which could help us to be more in peace with ourselves, to improve our mindfulness, except yoga? Maybe you know some other activities, some other powerful tools. No, it's fine. It's fine. Absolutely, meditation, breathing exercises, great. And who knows actually what is affirmations? What is it?
These are positive statements which help you to be in good moral and physical health.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, as I am not an expert in yoga at all, I decided to find and to deliver to you my idea of this powerful tool to be in peace with yourself. So, our table topic session will be all about positive affirmations. The idea is for all of you to practice to be on stage and to practice to be a speaker. So we have like 10 positive affirmations. You choose a number, you read the affirmation, and let's make like public therapy for the whole audience. You say this affirmation, you say after that what you feel about this, how it helps you, what you feel when you're saying that, and so just share your thoughts about this or that affirmation. Okay, very simple. So please, I need some volunteer for that's so please introduce yourself and choose the number.
My name is Lilia.
Great.
Sajino.
Yeah, choose a number. From 2 to 11. 7. I need your help, Anna. Just give me the 7th slide, please. So, okay, you have the affirmation. Please share your thoughts about this. No, we need the, yeah, to see. And yeah, and maybe you can make it smaller so we can see the sign. Wait. Happiness is a choice, and today I choose to be happy. While pronouncing it, I feel really happy at this moment. And it sounds so easy. If you want to be happy, be happy. But everybody of us knows that sometimes it's easy to say, but not so easy to fulfill. Though, if you really take a profound, absolute, affirmative, no way decision that from this moment I am in my calmness, in my happiness, and nothing can beat me out of this state, it really helps. It really impacts a lot, and it helps you to recover faster, no matter what is happening around you or in you, inside you, in words. The main thing is what's happening inward. When you are happy inward, calm, happy, stable inward, the situation around you is stabilizing automatically. And the clue, the key to happiness is our smiles. Great. Please welcome on stage and other volunteer brainstorm. Have your
Okay. So maybe let's go on about happiness, or not?
No, you should have your own affirmation in order to practice
I see, okay. As far as I realize the situation, okay, happiness.
Just choose the number, and you
Eight.
will see 8. Okay, and you learn it. Maybe it will not go.
Okay. Now I realize.
This is your affirmation. This is something that you tell to yourself and feel something and share your thoughts.
Okay. Let's go from this position. Okay. The only major thing, the only crucial thing, you need to be independent and self-sufficient. You see, not to care if you're worse than other people, not as rich as some other people, not as clever as some other people, not as successful as some other people. If you realize that, if you don't care about that, that's happiness and independence and self-sufficiency. Okay, that's it. Thanks.
Great. Yes, you forgot to introduce yourself, and now this is my fault, Yuri. Thank you. So, let's try. Great. So, Olga.
I'm Olga.
Olga, please choose your number for your affirmation and share your thoughts.
Number 3, please.
Number 3, please.
Por favor. Oh, that's beautiful.
Please read it loud.
I am not pushed by my problems, I am led by my dreams. What a great choice for affirmation. When we're kids, we always dream, right? And we don't see any problem because the problems is something that our parents and the grown-ups around us take care of. So, but as we grow, all these problems, and we tear ourselves from our parents, all these problems start bombarding us. And what happens? We forget to dream, and we don't know how to dream anymore. So take a pause when you feel bombarded by all these circumstances and all the bad stuff happening around you. Take a moment, close your eyes. Remember that time, as Anna mentioned today, the times when you were a small kid, when you didn't have any problems at all, and you were dreaming about things which made you feel a very warm feeling inside, which made you strive and think about how you wake up in the morning and you achieve something, what you're dreaming of. Just take a pause, close your eyes, and you will dream and you'll feel happy.
Try to sound new member on the stage. Let's try. Great.
My name is Paulina. Number 5.
Number 5. This is an affirmation.
Oh, yeah.
And we got that protection.
My perfect moment is now. Yeah, we all know that future is unpredictable. We don't know what is going to be tomorrow, and what is the reason to be worried about tomorrow? Because again, nobody knows, actually, what is about the past? Yeah, we also don't have a chance to change it. So we don't have to think about past and future, because again, future unpredictable, past is it's not a point to be worried. That's why the perfect moment is here, to be here and now. And actually, this affirmation is the best affirmation for me. And to be honest, every single moment, actually, positive affirmation is my thing. Every day, all the time, I do this positive affirmation. So there is again no moment in the future, and there is no moment in the past. The only moment is now. So my point, my message is be here and now, live now. And when you live in now, you're happier, because again, you don't have any moment and any thing to be worried. So my message, all of you, be here and now, and it's only point for living now.
Great.
One more, and probably will ask some.
Hello, online friends. Does anyone would like to? Hello, Vadim. Would like to? Yes, I saw. It's too late. No. Choose a number.
Hello.
Hello.
I have been learning English for a few months, and
Perfect.
it is too hard me to speak. I think I can.
Okay. You sure?
Oh, I can.
Jules, we have a
George?
Yeah, I can.
Well, choose the number I didn't get, guys.
Number 4.
Number 4, okay. This is your affirmation. Please share your thoughts with us about it. We will, one moment. Number 4. Great. Thank you. Can you see it?
Yeah, I abandon my old habits and take up new, more positive ones. Life changes, and there are some habits that I didn't like, that I liked, and I realized that they are not helpful. And now I'm going to be in another, to develop myself in another way. So should I give some examples?
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Share your thoughts. Yeah.
So okay, I drink beer, and now I don't drink beer. I realized that it doesn't help, and it just helps to gain weight, and I don't want to do it. And now I don't drink beer. I drink wine. Thank you guys.
This is the end of our table topic session. We don't have enough time more. Okay, so what we have a very cool digital tool on your papers. It's called QR code for table topic session. You can scan it and vote for the best table topic speaker. And you even have the names of the speakers on the desk. So just scan QR code, vote, and the winner will receive something very special. Thank you, guys.
Hello. Should I present you? Somewhat.
No, because AcroYoga is about interacting and connecting with people. All right, I hope you all voted. And right now we are going to go to our next session. It's evaluation. And let me present Anna Rubinina, who is our general evaluator of the day. Please welcome on stage Anna. Hello.
Shall we do like this?
Yes, why not? We will find the balance. Maybe to release one hand. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
You know, I will start with the evaluating. So the evaluating session is about getting the feedback from me and evaluators and experts about the first half of the meeting. And, you know, usually we start with the personal evaluators, but I'm so impressed with our Toastmaster today that I couldn't wait to say my appreciation for this. I would say it's kind of a show. Yes, and thank you for a friend. I cannot see him. He left. Okay, so that first of all, was impressed with the energy that you that energy of yours when it took the stage and with all this positivity, and then you showed us what AcroYoga is about. Though I'm still wondering, why is it called so? Do you know the answer?
So AcroYoga, as maybe I think I told it. Yes, it's a fusion of acrobatics, of yoga, and of healing arts. So mostly it's Thai massage. So it's a fusion of all of it. That's why it has this special name, AcroYoga. Someone tells that AcroYoga is just yoga. They mentioned yoga just in order to pay attention to this practice. I'm not sure about that, but it's really a fusion of all this arts. Thank you.
Some kind of acrobatic massage.
Yeah.
Yes, you may say so.
Okay, thank you, Alina. And I was really impressed with the level of your English. You are from a Russian-speaking club. I didn't know you speak English so well. Well, okay, now to the general evaluators. I'm going to introduce George Perelman, who is going to evaluate Olga Latanova's speech. And I will remind you that her speech was about leadership styles and her personal style of leadership, right? Okay, George, are you ready?
Sure. Thank you, Anna. And I'd like to tell that Olga prepared well. I don't see Olga. Olga, could you come to the stage? I will see you. Olga, hello. I'd like to tell you that you prepared very well, and you brought video, you brought presentation, you came to the stage and you delivered your thoughts about leadership style, and it was really interesting, very you were confident, and your speech was connected. Your speech connected to the very very useful theme. So for me, it does work. And you were positive, you were confident, you felt free. So you were very nice. And I can tell you that the speech to the two audience, online and offline, are always very hard, right? And you were lucky because you had time to prepare it and to deliver it to two audience in one time, you see? And you got very hard way to do it, because you had not only presentation, you had also video, and you know that video is always hard, because we don't know in advance how it would work to online to offline, and it usually stuck in this way, and you didn't try to avoid it. You went to fight with that. Oh, I see, yellow. So I think you know some mistakes. You didn't try it. You didn't try video in advance, and you know it, and you will do it next time better. So do it and fight with that. Yeah, you will be winner. Thank you, Olga.
Thank you, George. I have to evaluate you now. Okay, so you noticed I think the major Olga's problem with the technical devices. Okay, but you started positive. You noticed the good points of the speech and said thank you in there. Okay, I thought Olga will benefit from your evaluation and will also give her some comments at the end of the meeting. Thank you, George. The second evaluator is going to be Martina, right? He's going to evaluate Paulina's inspiring speech.
Paulina's speech was very motivational, also given the current moment that we live. So the wind of change, it's actually very courageous and hopefully inspires not only these rooms but goes beyond this room, right? So that's really I think the topic was very good. It was very appropriate for the moment that we live. Toastmaster doesn't take political sides, but everyone understands what we're talking about, right? I think, yeah, the topic was very good. You were very you kept a good contact with the people, with the audience, and you were confident. One thing I would like to point out is that we don't know what you're talking about on the stage. So if you, for instance, you pause and you say, what am I gonna say now? we don't know. People don't know. So you just really, if you just pause and you just, people won't notice. People don't know what is in your head, in your speech. So really just try to be more confident as you go, you will be more relaxed. I wish I was at your level, at your age. To be honest with you, I really was at your level. I'm sure you will go very far because you just at your young age coming here at the stage and deliver such a speech, it's fantastic. So continue like this, you will go very far. One thing, I'm also a foreigner. I'm not a native speaker. Just the content you deliver, how you deliver it is very good. Just improve a little bit your accent. It's just a detail. It's not actually the most important thing. The most important thing is the content, the purpose, and how you deliver things. But it's like just it's the cherry on the cake. It's the ribbon. It's just to make it even more beautiful. So all in all, great choice for the topic. Great delivery. You engage everyone and keep going and you will do great.
Thank you, Martina. And I like that you stress the importance of the content. Actually, we sometimes pay attention to how we behave on the stage, but the content is the main thing in the speech, right? Not the form, the meaning. Okay, the third evaluator is going to be Tatiana Gladisheva, an experienced evaluator. And she's gonna evaluate Anna's speech. So Anna.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, and yes, dear Anna. Thank you very much for a very touching personal story. That was probably one of the longest and deepest personal story I ever heard on that stage. You demonstrated yourself as a strong person, but the fact that you cried on that stage emphasizes how much sincerity was in your speech, and that made me cry too, and I think many of us. And also it made me think that a part of you is still there. You are still that little girl playing with your brothers. You are quoted your mom, and this is second time I witnessed the quotes of that wisdom woman, and I think it demonstrates how close you are, even living thousands of miles away from each other. And by the way, the other good thing to mention now that during this tough time, that was very supportive speech, supporting the mood of the audience, that we all go through bad and good things in our lives. That is what calls on the right time in the right place. Also, I want to mention that besides the main idea of your speech, you had a few sub-points, and my favorite one was that you underlined a few times knowledge, how knowledge is important in our life. Okay, Anna, get ready now. Since you are an ambassador from our club to the area contest, I'm gonna give a hard time for you now, so get ready for that. Number one, avoid notes. A speaker of your level should not use notes. Number two, coming on the stage, you should not give warning to the audience. Okay, now I'm going to present a very long speech, so get ready. Everything is written in the agenda, so everyone who's wondering why you are speaking so long can check with the agenda. Number three, while you are speaking, try not to touch yourself, like, you know, if it's not directly related to your speech. Number four, some explanations in your speech were too long. At certain point, I lost the focus. I was about to lose the focus. And also, towards the end of long sentences, your voice became monotonous. I think it's better idea to make sentences shorter and make pauses in between, so you can feel the long time you had. Also, now one point about the content of your presentation. I didn't understood the point of that exercise in Netherlands you had. And since it ignited so many emotions, I would prefer to hear better explanations of the rules of that exercises, because you had too many emotions, and I hope that I was the only one who didn't catch them, but just in case someone else. And finally, try to avoid bad words, even if you whisper them. And that was pretty much it. I wish you good luck at the area contest. That was one of your best speeches. Thank you.
Thank you for your detailed points for improvement. I guess at Anna's level, it's very important, yes, to hear them and to follow them. Okay, thank you, Tatiana, thank you, Anna, thank you, all the speakers. We had table topic session after. So, Olga, I know that you took this role just yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, and prepared. Yes. Great question. Though, I would recommend Olga and all other people don't ask for numbers. I have already told you about it.
No.
No? Probably it was someone else. Okay. When you ask for numbers, you lose time. People are thinking what to choose, 1 or 3 or 4 or 7, and you lose time. So just go and each person takes the next slide. So don't waste time on this question. There are a lot of more beautiful questions. Okay, table topics. Then now it's time to listen to our experts, right? And the first one is Grammarian and Wordmaster. I guess nobody took the challenge to say the word challenge. Miles, what can you say?
Thank you, General Evaluator Anna. You said I'm an expert, and I'm not an expert. In fact, I noticed I didn't explain even the word correctly. So challenge can be both a noun and a verb. And then I wrote as a verb, AcroYoga is a challenge. Well, that's actually not correct. That's not the verb form of it. You know, that's the noun saying AcroYoga is a challenge. A verb use is to say challenge yourself to AcroYoga. Okay, so, you know, I supposedly speak English, and obviously I need to learn a bit more about nouns versus verbs. But, so I've got that corrected. What I like, some great word use today, workaholic. That was used by Olga. And workaholic, it's taking the word alcoholic, somebody who has a drinking problem, and adding work to it. Strange how English works that way. Paulina used the word dreamy. You know, we can have a dream at night, but we can also be dreamy during the day. So an interesting word. I liked Anna Gonzalez's use of the phrase coping with the circumstances. Coping with the circumstances. To cope means to deal with, to handle. Here he used the word self-sufficient, and Tatiana reminded us of what is a touching story. A touching story. So there's my grammarian's report. Thank you. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Miles. I like that you chose just the positive side and draw our attention to the great expressions of English in English language. Thank you. Who is the winner of the challenge? Who used the word?
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. I will give that to Paulina Chilnakova.
Okay.
She used challenge the most. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Miles. It's time. Now it's time to listen to our timer. Vladimir.
Thank you. We started 15 minutes later. Thank to speakers who meet the deadline. The most organized speaker today are Paulina, Safina, Katie, George, Martino, Miles. You will see the rest in the protocol. Thank you.
Thank you, Vladimir, for taking the challenge to do this role in English. Okay, you know, as a secretary of the club, I take the risk to cancel our quizmaster role. Or, Alina, what do you think? Do we have time for quizmaster? Shall we wrap up? Need. Okay. Okay, Martina. That's
I don't have questions.
okay, 5 questions. Okay?
Yeah, I even
5
have...
questions.
We have sweets, prices. Okay, good. All right. This is related to Olga's speech. Sorry?
I'm saying don't give hints, don't say people.
Okay, right. Yeah, okay. No, it's not Olga. How to test the leadership styles? How can you see a leadership style? What is the best way to see a leadership style?
Toastmaster platform.
Raise your hand and then give the answer if you know it. 5, 4, 3.
Through the movies, you watch the movie and you guess which is the leadership style.
It's related to Olga. Olga, you know it?
Of course.
Anyone?
Leader in action.
In action. All right. Good job. Shall we? Well, it's a tough question, right? So how to excel in leadership? What is the trick to excel in leadership?
Take the yourself.
Almost there, yeah. I would say, yeah, be faithful to yourself. Be yourself, be faithful to yourself. To whom you shouldn't compare yourself?
To those who are above you or below you.
There you go.
Yeah.
And according to Anna's grandmother, it's all about what?
Knowledge.
Yes, and what else?
You.
Anyone? Or shall we let Anna say? I got you.
I'm sorry, I'm finishing my exam.
Wait, anyone? Okay, if you're busy. No, it's about what your grandmother used to say. It's all about what?
Well, there are many things. It's all about attitude.
There you go, and knowledge. Attitude and knowledge, yeah. It's how you present yourself, right? It's how you, if you believe in yourself, if you believe, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come true. And that was my last question. Actually, I was briefer than I had 4 questions actually. All right, thank you.
Well, okay, I have just one, Kenzie. Who know the question for me? Who remembers the name of the lead singer of Scorpions?
The name of what?
Of who? Lead singer.
Frontman.
No.
Okay, Google.
Okay, so you can Google. I will keep this way. I don't know. I just wanted to remember the name. Okay, thank you, Martina, for taking the role and making questions. So it's okay. It's the end. Yes. What I want to say about the meeting? Okay, we had some technical problems as usual. We solved them. Alina was beautiful as usual. Right? You made me cry 3 times during this meeting, but you also made me laugh. No, and I hope, I guess, I know that these meetings will help us to live through these hard times. And yes, sighs and laughs are gonna continue and keep us positive, right? Okay. Money. Okay. Money. Alina will remind us about money. So Alina, take this. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you all guys to this wonderful meeting and for our AcroYoga here. It's first time I think in Toastmasters Club we can do something, not just speaking about everything, just do. So thank you very much for this. I want to say that now it's time to know who is the best table topic speaker for today. It's so important. So let's do it. I will do noising. Just final step. Maybe some. Now the winner. This is Olga. Applause, everyone! And we have one ribbon for one beautiful woman who is busy now, so it goes to the end. Yes, we have ribbon for you, and we can do it together with. So come to the stage for a few minutes and then you continue your work. So Anna is busy today and she stay together with us and with her job. So this ribbon for label 4. Great job. Thank you very much for your job. Celebrated with you. So this is few big wishes from us. Thank you. Thank you so much. But it was 1 month ago. Yes. It was in January. Yes. So fast, right? Thank you. And we had the second one. Birthday boy.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And our next meeting will be, when do you know?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, 30th of March. One day before my birthday. Yes. So that's why I will not be able to be on that meeting. So I will ask someone to help me with this meeting, to manage this. So sorry, guys, but in 2 weeks, it will be a good time to be here because I asked one wonderful girl to be a Toastmaster of that evening. So welcome and take a part in this. We will see. Yes, and this is time to say, please, look into your agenda and use this number to donate few rubles or this small box to donate few rubles for our club. So, and I want to say that it was a beautiful meeting and we come to the end, and after this meeting usually we have after party. If you want to go to take to have tea or coffee, welcome, go with us. And before we leave this beautiful room and this beautiful evening, a lot of beautiful today, I want to say let's make photo together. Come to the stage.
Shall we take a photo with a camera? No? Can we?
Ooh. Technology in process. 21st century.
Let's stretch our arms because it looks better. Like do something fun, like it looks like
No, we said about meetings and you were
yeah.